y'all. So I had a couple of subscribers ask questions about things that I prepare and I cook for my family. Well, today is Saturday and I have decided to cook Sunday dinner today so I don't have to do nothing tomorrow. Okay, so what we're having for dinner tonight plus tomorrow is meatloaf, homemade meatloaf. I'm making homemade mashed potatoes. We started this yesterday on Friday night and I was going to attempt to cook this Friday night. However, when I got ready to make the meatloaf, my daughters had froze all the ground beef. So we had to wait till today to do it. So I had already had these potatoes cooking yesterday, so I had to put them in the refrigerator. Now they're heating back up for me to make homemade mashed potatoes. I'm getting ready to season everything up, and as you can see, everything's already been pre-picked out.
What you got there?
I have some seasoned all, and we all know about seasoned all. Now check this out. I don't know anything about this measuring stuff, okay? Because I've learned how to cook from my mother and my grandmother and some of my aunts. They don't believe in measuring nothing. So I can just tell you a tip. I season going one direction and then I season going back in the opposite direction. I get a good cover all and I smell my food. So yeah, that's how Stephanie measures. And Jada, that's how I taught you, right?
No, we'll just throw it in there.
Okay, and then I don't like using breadcrumbs that you buy already crumbled in crumbs.
They're kind of hard.
I like to actually make my own breadcrumbs. But we are about to mix all of that stuff up. Mix it up. So remember I told y'all I don't measure, I just smell. Smell like she need a little bit more. Okay, another thing that I add to my meatloaf is actually
I can't see that.
a can of tomato sauce. Nobody wants dry meatloaf. And sometimes that's part of the reason why it be dry. But I believe that's the reason why you add the eggs too, to help with moisture. But I always add a can of tomato sauce.
I don't like this speaker thing.
Okay, now that we got that part done, we need a dish. Alright, so because I'm making a large meatloaf because Jasmine is home, everything pretty much gets kind of doubled when Jasmine is home. It's already doubled as it is with just me, James, and Jada. But when she comes home, she appreciates meals so much because she eats a lot of food at the college caf. She actually appreciates a meal when she comes home. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to shape this while it's still in this bowl. I would stick this in the oven for like an hour covered, and then come back, take the cover off, and let it cook again for like another 30, maybe 40 minutes. But because it's so big, I'm probably going to let it cook an hour and a half completely covered, and then come back, add my tomato paste on top of it. Yeah, I think I do that now because I like it to be that kind of seals the top. Put tomato paste instead of ketchup. A lot of people use ketchup. I don't like the way ketchup kind of gets a little greasy. We're gonna get started on the cabbage, okay? Like I said, when Jasmine is home, we have to double up, okay? So generally, I would just buy one large cabbage, and this would be enough for me, James, and Jada for 2 days. But because she's here and she's a collard green, cabbage loving girl, just like her little sister, we gotta do 2. So this is everything you're going to need for this. You're going to need cabbage. And we are a family of 4. So two cabbages, chicken broth, olive oil, salt, pepper. I add seasoned pepper to mine because I like stuff that has a little kick. Some butter, a strainer, and a measuring cup, and clearly a big pot. Okay, so we got all cabbage all cleaned up. Now we're gonna take.
You're already in it.
So now we're going to take the measuring cup and we are going to open the chicken broth, and we need 4 cups for 1 serving. But since we're doing a double, we're going to need 8 cups. So here's the first batch. So, the same measurements that I just did, I'm going to do again. Another half a teaspoon of salt. How about, I'm just going to use that pepper that's already in there. I'm going to just add a little bit more. Add that last 2 tablespoons of butter. I gotta add some olive oil. Hold up.
Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Rocky, you want to cook anything? Just tell him I know how to cook cereal. Yeah. Cereal's my main #1 dish my family wants me to cook. Come back.
olive oil. So, notice how I didn't use any bacon, any ham hocks.
I don't like that.
Any meat or anything like that in here, because I know it adds flavor, but it also adds tons of fat. So, what I'm about to do is let this simmer and cook down, and we'll check back on it in a few. Put the lid on top. And put it probably like a medium high and let that cook for a little while. Now I'm getting ready to rinse these potatoes off and get
Aren't they soft? How do you rinse soft potatoes off?
I said I'm gonna drain them.
Oh.
I'm getting ready to drain them and put them in a actually I sometimes like to just whip my potatoes in the hot pan, the hot pot, just because it keeps it warm and keeps the consistency to the temperature of the pot. And I just think it's kind of easier to whip them. So I'm gonna drain these and then get these ready after I check my meatloaf. We have 18 minutes left remain. Okay? Okay, as y'all can see, the cabbage is like boiling. And it's gonna cook down. See how much it shrinks? So now I am getting ready to turn it down on low and just let it simmer. Simmer, cover it back up. Now we're gonna check on this meatloaf. My camera girl done disappeared on me, okay? She said she ain't trying to get anything deducted from her monies. So this is what this looks like. You see what I'm saying? It be coming off the sauce. Well, honey, I'll be back because I'm gonna scrape that off and put that back on there and open up another can of tomato paste and layer it, and I'm gonna put it back in the oven for about another 35-45 minutes, and we'll see it then. We're gonna do 40 minutes. No, we'll do 30 and then we'll check on it. And then if I still feel like it needs to get a little bit more browning, then we'll put it back in for 15 minutes. Okay? All right.
You gonna say anything?
Oh, right now I'm making the mashed potatoes because we're about to eat. So this is always the last thing to prepare so that it doesn't get super thick and hard. Because this is not a good thing. So when whipping or mashing your potatoes up, I normally use these handles, these arms for the mixer, just because I like the consistency I get from it. Oh, let's see.
Okay, can we eat now?
Jada, can I finish? I'm so greedy.
How am I greedy? How is that being greedy?
It is being greedy. Can I finish the food properly? Okay, because it's still lumpy, so I gotta stir it up so I can get all spots I can get. Would you like to lick the spoon?
No.
So, back into the mixer. My dinner is complete. We have mashed potatoes, homemade. That's Jaz's favorite. We have my meatloaf. She's all done and about to be real tasty. We have the cabbage, which are cornbread and a strawberry shortcake for dessert. Dinner is complete. I hope y'all enjoyed cooking with Mama Steph today. This is Sunday dinner. It's meant for tomorrow, but we're finna eat it tonight, and we still gonna have leftovers for tomorrow, so I don't have to cook tomorrow. That's called winning. That's called smart. Tomorrow, everybody literally just gets to relax. One of them girls will get up and cook breakfast in the morning, but it won't be me. So, this has been lovely, and this is meatloaf, cabbage, boiled cabbage, fresh homemade mashed potatoes, cornbread, and a strawberry shortcake for dessert. And this is Sunday dinner with Mama Steph. See y'all next week.